Fair warning, all the names and looks of people in the following events have been changed for privacy reasons. Also, if you're wondering who my character is, it's a new guy because I wanted to change it up. Okay, so when I was younger, I went on a week-long vacation with 2 other families to a Central American country called Costa Rica. If you're wondering where that is, it's okay, because I didn't know until we landed there. It borders Panama and has tropical climates and rainforests. Anyway, after a 5-hour plane ride and 1-hour drive, we finally made it to a rental house at 2 a.m. and all passed out. About 4 hours later, I was awake and bouncing off the walls. I wanted to go to the beach right away, but nobody else was sharing my same tenacity. So of course, my small, undeveloped brain decided it was a good idea to leave alone and try to find my way to the beach by myself. This proved to be a horrible idea. I was barely past the first block before I got lost and my dad realized I was gone. Anyway, after a lecture from my father, we headed out to the beach. Our beach was actually a very dangerous place, and as I later found out, 6 people had died where we were staying in the past year from the riptides. And we came in August, which was part of the rainy season, so there were little trees in the water from lightning. Since the riptide was so strong, the waves were 10 feet tall, like swallow you up type high. In all, it was not a kid-friendly place. But through all that, we still had a good time. For the next week, we surfed, scuba dived, and boogie boarded. Someone boogie boarded over my sister. Then ate dinner and went to bed. But there was one thing we did that stuck with me forever. Ziplining! Okay, so when I found out we were ziplining, I was more than excited. If there's anything I like more than drowning on purpose, it's doing dangerous things for the thrill of it. I was super eager to go, but when we got all strapped in and waiting in line for the ride, it started thundering right above us. So obviously most people A, didn't want to get struck by lightning, or B, hated heights. So all but 5 people backed out. Me, my dad, my mom, a kid who came on the trip, and his mom. So all 5 of us go to the first tower, and this kid and his mom decide to leave, so they go on a super sketchy rope ride back. You see, the only way off of this 17-tower ziplining course, besides the end, was a very rickety old line at the first tower that led back to the waiting platform. And ziplining would take 2 hours, so my sister would have to wait for us alone. So with a heavy heart, mine was about 15 tons, me and my parents left. But yeah, I love ziplining, and for some reason we haven't been since, so please take me ziplining, please! We also went on a cool boat tour through the jungle, a jungle cruise, you could say. We saw a bunch of animals and even got to feed a few. On the final night, we went to this cool restaurant where one of the dads got a pretty awesome picture of a lobster in his mouth. A live one. He died soon after getting pinched in the mouth. Just kidding, he's alive, at least I hope he is. And then it was time to go, all too soon. And yeah, that was mostly the entire trip. It was a wonderful experience, even though we barely saw sunlight for the entire week. The ocean water was also brown from the sand and we couldn't bring our dogs, but that's besides the point. The point is, Costa Rica is cool. Yeah. Anyway, if you like this video, make sure to subscribe. I know this was a departure from my other content, but if you guys enjoyed it, I'll do more. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.